Now, I think it was Mahatma Gandhi who once said that the true measure of any society can be found in how the society treats its most vulnerable members. When we truly care for our children, and especially children in vulnerable situations, that's when we can be proud of our societies. Before becoming ambassador to Serbia and to Montenegro, I was, for 5 years, Sweden's ambassador at large for human rights, democracy, and the rule of law, and that brought me the privilege of taking me to a number of countries and spots in the world where I met children in very vulnerable situations. Those memories of meeting children in countries such as far away and near, Myanmar, El Salvador, Pakistan, Palestine, Eastern Democratic Republic of the Congo, and just to mention a few, that leaves a mark with me. Now, it's great to have so many experts from the Nordic region, a region in the world that aims to be the most sustainable by all measures by 2030, and a region where we have learned to live together and to draw upon our own experiences and best practices. We have, of course, the pioneer of the Barnahus model, Bragi Gudbrandsson, here. It's a privilege to meet you. Your pioneering work has inspired my own country, of course, and so many others in implementing and developing similar models and institutions at a national level. We have the Swedish professor Laura Koronen, who is perhaps not yet here, perhaps stuck in Istanbul, I don't know, but there you are, great! I didn't get to see you before, but welcome here. You lead our National Knowledge Center on Violence and Abuse Against Children, Barnafrid, at Linköping University. And among other things, this center is convening, right, a learning exchange and capacity building network for Barnahus across Sweden. So it's great to see you here, and I'm looking forward to hearing you speak. Now, as many of you know, Sweden has a long history of working to promote and protect the enjoyment of human rights in general, but also for children, of course, in line with the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child. We live by the conviction that all children and young people have the right to a safe, secure, and positive future, to be properly cared for and grow up in a home that protects them and that is free from violence. Because this benefits society entire, not the rights bearers, the children themselves. And as you know, Sweden has aspired to be a champion in the work against violence, in the work of violence against children and corporal punishment in all settings. I think we were first in the world to introduce a ban, right, Professor? Yes. To have a truly child-centered approach in the judicial system is one aspect of this work. At the inspiration of Iceland, Sweden started a pilot project with the Barnahus model in 2005, and today we have 33 Barnahus centers throughout the country. This means that most Swedish children have access to a Barnahus center or a similar establishment. Children who are victims of or witnesses to violence don't have to go to a police station, but can be heard in a space specifically adapted to them, and that is safe and child-friendly. Most often in our Barnahus centers, there are rooms for medical examinations and access to psychological support. The operation is based on a collaborative model where there are local cooperation agreements well-established routines where everybody knows what they are supposed to do, and a clear division of roles. But of course, as we know, no system is foolproof. We are striving for perfection. We are not there. The work is continuously assessed and evaluated, and there is still room for improvement, especially when it comes to the equal access to barnahus centers in Sweden, particularly in the north, that is more sparsely populated. Children would have to travel long distances to access these barnahus centers. And that should be improved, of course. And the psychological and medical support can also be further strengthened, and coordination as well. So we are here to listen and learn how to learn from others today, how we can fine-tune our own system. Now, Swedish efforts within the areas of children's rights are, of course, not only focused to the national level, but to the international one. We have been for a long time and continue to be a committed international partner when it comes to development cooperation, including the protection of children from all sorts of violence, including psychological violence. The Swedish government has adopted a new reform agenda for development assistance that outlines the new direction for Swedish development cooperation. And here the rights and the needs of children are clearly highlighted and prioritized. It is stated that special attention should be given to children, their experiences, and their life situations when Swedish development assistance is implemented. We have been a long-term partner to UNICEF and other international actors who are dedicated to care for our most valuable global asset, the children. Through our support to UNICEF globally and in different regions and countries, the organization supports governments in their efforts to uphold children's rights in line with national commitments as state parties to the world's most ratified human rights convention, the Convention of the Rights of the Child. And when it comes to child protection specifically, Sweden gives substantial thematic support to UNICEF through Swedish SIDA, the International Agency for Development Cooperation, for many years. And we are a founding member of the Council of Europe, so we are a strong partner on that platform as well. So, in conclusion, with this very distinguished crowd in the room, with a wealth of national and international expertise, and so many experiences to share, I'm sure that we will all benefit from this opportunity to learn from the experiences and best practices from others, coming together to create the best possible conditions for children in our judicial systems, because this is ultimately what we are measured by.